All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Waharakat Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the hopeful, elect out here toiling in this truth. I'm Bathaka Moth Jim S. Dallas, just coming back at you with a really quick hit lesson. I'm going to entitle this one simply, The Most High Will Give Us Rest Really Soon. The Most High will give us rest soon. So, hey, and I'm just going to jump right into it. You know what I'm saying? We got that rest coming, that we're at the end, as scriptures say. We're at the end of one age, and we're headed into the next age. Esau is the end of the world, but Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. You know what I'm saying? Of course, we know when one is in rule, the other one, which is their heaven, the other one is being oppressed. They're in hell. You know what I'm saying? And right now, the earth has been given into the hand of the wicked. Job 9:24, and we know who the wicked is. The so-called white or so-called Caucasians on the earth today. You know what I'm saying? They're in rulership. You know what I'm saying? The so-called white man, woman, and child, this is their kingdom. They're in their heaven in these times. And, the Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians of Negro descent, who make up the 12 no longer lost tribes of the nation of Israel, are on the bottom of this society. That's the meek that the scriptures speak of, the lowly. They're on the bottom, man. You know what I'm saying? So they're the ones being oppressed, man, and they're under the curses, you know what I'm saying, of Deuteronomy 28, the 28th chapter, 15 to 68, man. You know what I'm saying? So we have had no rest, man. You know what I'm saying? These devils have had their foot on our necks, their foot up our tails. You know what I'm saying? This entire captivity, man. You know what I'm saying? Because we are, in captivity. You know what I'm saying? Jake don't understand that they're in captivity and they're in the hands of their enemies and that they have enemies. Jake is totally lost. But us in the know, hey, we're coming to an end. It's all coming to an end, and the Most High will give us rest soon. So just with that, let's get into the scriptures. This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 1. As a matter of fact, let me take my parallel off, Salakia. This 2 Thessalonians chapter 1, and I'm going to start at verse 6, and the point is in verse 7, and it reads, 2 Thessalonians 1 and 6, seeing it is a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you. And Jake has definitely been troubled, man. You know what I'm saying? But there's a recompense coming for it, as we just read, seeing it as a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you, man. Nothing but tribulation and trouble under these devils, man, because they're our enemy. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, that reminds me of which I'll get it, just through the spirit. I didn't have this as part of my lesson, but we'll get it because it immediately reminded me of this. Isaiah 47 and verse 6, and it reads, I was wroth with my people. I have polluted mine inheritance and given them into thine hand. Thou didst show them no mercy. Upon the ancient hast thou very heavily laid thy yoke. So it is right there, man. The Most High Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, gave his people, the Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, who make up the true biblical Israelites of the Bible, the Hebrew Israelites of the Bible. He was wroth with his people, and he polluted his inheritance and gave his people into the hands of these nations, man, into the hand of Esau. You know what I'm saying? And he says that Esau didn't show us any mercy, didn't have any mercy on us. And that's why it says in the book of James, the 2nd chapter and verse 13, because he showed no mercy, he's not going to receive any mercy. As a matter of fact, when you read in the Zondervan's compact dictionary, it says the same thing, that Esau is the only neighboring city of the Israelites that's promised no mercy, man, in end times, man. And we're in those times now. So these devils have nothing good coming to them. You know what I'm saying? And they laid it says, upon the ancient, which is the aged, the old, the elderly, hast thou very heavily laid thy yoke. And yoke is like a burden that, that he's been hard even on the old people, the elderly, the young, the middle aged, the adults, everything, the children, the teens, but the aged, man, he just went hard on our nation, man. So they're going to have to pay for these things. You know what I'm saying? So going back to 2 Thessalonians, the 1st chapter, and verse 6 again, it says, 2 Thessalonians 1 and 6, sin, it is a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you. So they will be recompensed, which recompense is payback. They will be paid back for the tribulation and trouble that they've caused the Israelites, which is going into that rest. Verse 7, it says, and to you who are troubled, which is the Israelites, which this is pertaining, and beginning and starting with the elect of the nation of Israel, because the Lord ain't dealing with the entire nation in these times. You know what I'm saying? He did that already. It didn't work. You know what I'm saying? Jake mumbled and talked shit in the wilderness. The Lord had to kill them niggas off, let them walk around for 40 years and kill them off. But in these times, he just going to straight destroy them, man. He not going to bring them out. He not going to even bring them out, man. So this thing is about the elect. Zechariah 13:8 goes into that. In two parts shall be cut off and die, but the one part shall be bought through the fire. So, which is the remnant that's returning pursuant to Isaiah the 10th chapter. So the elect, man. And to you who are troubled, rest with us. Rest with us. There it is, man. So, matter of fact, let's real quick. I want to get that word rest. There's a G425. And the word is in the Greek.
Strong's G425. Onesis. Onesis.
So it's onesis. And outline of biblical usage, it says a loosening, relaxing, spoken of a more tolerable condition in captivity to be held in less vigorous confinement, which the Lord already gave us that. You know what I'm saying? The devils took the yokes off our neck. Of course, we know that Jake is still, the majority of our people are still in captivity mentally. You know what I'm saying? He got the chain, took the chains off our hands, feet, and neck. But he got the majority of our people chained around their minds, man. So they're still in slavery to this place. You know what I'm saying? But us in the know, we've been freed. That's why the scriptures say, "Ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free." You know what I'm saying? We've been freed from the bondage of this world. Hey man, the scriptures say that as well. But the majority of our people are still through. So it says relief, rest from persecutions, which we're about to be heavily persecuted soon, but the Lord soon we're going to be relieved of all of those things, the oppression, the persecutions, the hate, you know what I'm saying? All of these devils can put their hands on Jake, on our people, like whenever they feel like it, hey man, all of that's going away, bro. All of it's going away. But real quick, I'm just going to, let's do it this way. Let's do a web search on that word rest. Let's Google it. And it says rest.
Rest. Rest.
So rest. And the dictionary, it's a verb. It says, number one says cease, work or movement in order to relax, refresh oneself, or recover strength. So we're going to have that, because we've been in captivity, of course, jobs, you know what I'm saying? That's why brothers refer to their jobs as, I got to hit the plantation today. You know what I'm saying? Still in slavery, man. You know what I'm saying? So you have a birth certificate, a social security number. You're still in slavery, man. You have a job. That's the plantation, man. Form of the plantation. So, but it says cease work. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, man, coming into the kingdom, Jake ain't gonna have to work no more. You know what I'm saying? And these heathen gonna have plenty of work. Scriptures say, speak of continual employment, man. It's gonna be a lot to do for them. But Jake ain't gonna have to work. So cease work to relax, man. That relaxation, man. We're gonna be relaxed in the kingdom, man. Of course, we're gonna have a job to do. Policing the earth and keeping the earth in order. And these heathen nations under control. But that's not gonna be, anything of a major, that Jake ain't gonna be able to relax, man. We're gonna have spiritual powers, being glorified bodies. It's gonna be a relatively easy task. So it's not gonna be how the hard, vigorous labor and things that Jake has been going through, and is still going through today at some of these jobs. That rigor, man. You know what I'm saying? That comes with slavery. Being under in the hands of another nation, man. You know what I'm saying? So it says to refresh oneself or recover, man. Yeah, we're gonna have to recover, man, from the crap we've been through, man. So real quick, I wanna open up some of these similars. I'm not going to read it, unless I see something that that's really relative. Relax, take rest. But you can pause this and kind of look at some of the, of these similars. But I'm gonna keep going. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna drop down to this next one. It says number 2. It says be placed or supported so as to stay in a specified position. Exactly. Our big brother Yahushua is about to return. He's about to place us in a position and support us in a specified position, which is rulership, the coming kingdom, and we're going to stay there so as to stay in a specified position. We're going to stay there, man. We'll never be moved again. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, that's a beautiful thing, bro. So that's what's coming. And I'll let down some of these similars right here. It says, to recline. Yeah, we're going to be chilling in the kingdom. To be placed. There it is. Be positioned. Be supported by, which we're going to be supported by Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. It says in Revelation the 21st chapter in verse 3 that the Most High is going to be with us, man, and we're going to be his people. So he's going to be in the midst of his people Israel, like it says in Joel the 27th chapter, I believe, Joel 27. But it says be propped up by, that exaltation, propped up, exalted, which is rulership, being exalted, being in power. You know what I'm saying? Hey, bro, that's the beauty of ruling, man. You know what I'm saying? You're exalted, you're in power, you're calling the shots, basically. And of course, it's all going to all be in righteousness, thus said the Lord. But the point is, Israel is that rest is coming, man. You know what I'm saying? So you can see the similars there. So let's drop down to this one right here. It's a noun right here. It says, number 1, an instance or period of relaxing or ceasing to engage in strenuous or stressful activity. Slavery, bro. So we're about to get the rest from all these things, man. You know what I'm saying? And some of the similars here, as a matter of fact, I see relaxation, leisure, ease. Boom, ease. That's a good one, because as a matter of fact, we haven't had that rest. Let's go back. Because we haven't had that rest. We haven't had that ease, that loosening. Why not? That relaxation. Because we went off. But I'm going to read this and then I'm going to get that to 2 Thessalonians 1:7. And to you who are troubled, rest with us when the Lord Yahushai shall be revealed from heaven with his mighty angels. Yeah, the Lord, our big brother Yahushua, is about to crack them clouds and make his return. And then when he makes that return, he's going to take these current kings down, these kingdoms, they're going to be consumed, as the scriptures say. They're going to consume all these kingdoms. And he's going to break them in pieces. You know what I'm saying? Basically, he's going to establish his kingdom, the kingdom of heaven, man. You know what I'm saying? Which is his inheritance, pursuant to Psalm the 2nd chapter, which he's going to, pursuant to Romans the 8th chapter, share with his elect, the 144,000, which I hope to be a part of, in joint heir, man. You know what I'm saying? Revelation, the 2nd chapter goes into that. So all these things are coming, but our big brother Yahushua gonna crack them clouds, and he come to take these. I beheld till the thrones were cast down. Upon his head were many crowns. He's gonna take these current kings down, these current kingdoms, and he's gonna establish the kingdom of heaven and the earth, man. And that's when that rest. That's when he's gonna be revealed from heaven with the mighty angels. And of course, when he's revealed, there's going to be that war in heaven is going to take place in pursuing the Revelation, the 12th chapter. What's that? 2nd Ezra, the 13th chapter as well. You know what I'm saying? So, because these devils are going to try to fight. They ain't going to want to give it up. That's why scripture saying Daniel, the 7th chapter as well, verse 18, and the saints of the Lord shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever. Roughly paraphrasing. So they're going to have to take the kingdom. And then how should I say that? If this was my kingdom, my servants would fight, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, when something belongs to you, you're going to fight for it. So these devils ain't going to want to give it up. They're going to try to fight. But it's okay because they're going to lose. It's prophesied that they're going to lose, man. So what, 60 minutes, I believe, like what, 1 hour, man. It's going to be done data, But that rest is coming that we're reading here. And prior to that rest, we just read in the when we went into the word rest, it says ease. We haven't had any ease. We haven't had any ease because we didn't hearken to the voice of our Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. So, and what did he say? If we didn't hearken, so let's get it in. Let's go to the blessings and curses chapter, Deuteronomy 28. And we're going to drop down, as you can see in the heading, it says blessings. So we're going to drop down to verse 15, where you see consequences of disobedience, which is curses. This is Deuteronomy 28 and 15, and it reads, but it shall come to pass, this is what happened to us, but it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, thy power to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. And of course, when you go into the curses, it go into everything that happened to the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. You know what I'm saying? So, but I want to get to a specific point. I'm going to drop down to verse 65, because we were at that word ease under the similars of rest, because this is why we haven't had that rest. The curses, we didn't hearken. So this is what the Lord said, Deuteronomy 28 and 65. And among these nations, because he scattered us among these nations. When you read, as a matter of fact, verse 64, Deuteronomy 28 and 64. And the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, shall scatter thee among all people from the one end of the earth, even unto the other. And there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone, which those primarily represent two primary things, religions of this devil's religious sect, which is Christianity and Islam, that Muslim crap, which is Jake is mostly caught up in those two. But when you continue to read, which that's going into the slavery, the scattering among the people, and we went into captivity. That scattering, we went into captivity. We got scattered by way of captivity. Deuteronomy 28 and 65, it says, and among these nations shalt thou find no ease, which rest is ease. We ain't gonna find no rest, no ease. Neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest. There it is. That's what we got coming to us, Those that are troubled rest with us. We got that rest coming, man. Right. But right now we haven't had that rest because of this very thing that we're reading right here in the curses, man, because we didn't hearken to the voice of our power, man, to do his statutes and commandments, do the will of thus saith the Lord, man. So it says, but the Lord shall give thee there a trembling heart and failing of eyes and sorrow of mind. And that's what Jake has been under, man. Jake through no answers, That's why you got a lot of Jakes in these times that's atheists, man, because of this throughness that we're reading right here, man. You know what I'm saying? That failing eyes and sorrow of mind, trembling heart, scared, scared of these devils, man. You know what I'm saying? There was a point where Jake was scared to look him in the eyes, man, during the time of slavery, man, but not to go too far off topic. So we've been in captivity, and these are the things that have happened to us. We've had no rest. But now we're at the end of all of it. So real quick, what did the Lord say in Lamentations? Let's get that in Lamentations, because we're at the end, man. It's Lamentations 4. And I'm going to drop down to verse 22. Let's get to the point in verse 22. Lamentations 4 and 22, it says, the punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. That iniquity, we just read in the curses. If you don't hearken to the voice of the Lord, do his commandments and statutes, that he was going to destroy us, man. You know what I'm saying? Well, we're at the end of that now. We went through our punishment, man. Lamentations 4 and 22, that gave us no ease. But we read in 2 Thessalonians 1 and 6 and 7 that we got that ease coming, that rest is coming. Lamentations 4 and 22, the punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. And Zion, of course, represents the Israelites. Zion in the Hebrew is to Zion one, which is a monument, a thing remembered. And the Lord said he was going to remember his people, man. So it says, he will no more carry thee away into captivity. Boom. Well, that means we're no more going to be uneasy. We're no more going to be in slavery. We're in that captivity where we're oppressed on the bottom, through, the sorrow of mind, the failing of eyes, all all those things that the soles of the feet not having ease or rest, having a slave going from the plantations on into these plantations today on these jobs, All that's going away, man. You know, we about to get that rest. So it says, he will no more carry thee away into captivity. This was the last one. You know, he will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sin. So it's Edom's turn. It's Esau's turn, man. You know what I'm saying? He's had his comfort. That's why when you read that parable of Lazarus and the rich man, it's a beautiful thing. You know, when he's complaining, you know, send Jacob, Lazarus over here to dip his. Bro, look, and what did he get told, man? You know, you had your. As a matter of fact, real quick, let me, because I don't want to mess it up. What's that in Luke? Is it Luke 19 or Luke 16? I can't remember. Real quick, not that, 16, Luke 16 and 19, huh? Yep, rich man and Lazarus. So let's go to that point. Luke 16 and 24, red letters, Yahushua speaking. And he cried and said, Father Abraham, have mercy on me and send Lazarus that he may dip the tip of his finger in water and cool my tongue, for I am tormented in this flame. And that's not talking about for you Christians. It's a parable, man. It's not a literal thing. That just represents he's going to want mercy, man. You know what I'm saying? These devils going to go into chains, into slavery. It's going to be hardcore, a lot of work, heat, you know, no rest. You know what I'm saying? And they're going to want mercy. So that's what that represents, man. It's not talking about being in a literal fire, flames, man. It's a parable, dude. You know, it says but verse 25, here's the point. It says, but Abraham said, son, remember that thou in thy lifetime, bro, when you're living, these things are going to happen amongst the living. In thy lifetime receivest thy good things, and likewise Lazarus evil things. But now he is comforted and thou art tormented. So there it is, you know, proving that torment ain't talking about fire, man. It's talking about a condition that Lazarus was going through. Evil things were happening to him at the hand of these devils, these very devils that's now asking for mercy. They want comfort. No, Lazarus is comforted now. You know, he went through it. Now it's your turn to go through it. You know, trading places, like that movie Trading Places. We about to trade places, man. You know, that rest is coming. We haven't had any rest. We haven't had any ease, but we're about, and again, going back to the curses, we didn't hearken to the Lord, to the voice of the Lord. But now you have the remnant that's returning pursuant to Isaiah the 10th chapter, and they're hearkening to the voice of the Lord, which is changing the dynamics all across the board, man. Everything is changing. You know, there's a paradigm shift happening because of the remnant, man. You know, the Wadi Habashim Shah for the remnant. Call Haloyim Lab and all Yahweh Shah for the remnant. You know, the remnant, the elect is important, man. But that ease is coming, man, because we haven't had it. So we're gonna go now. Let's get to Isaiah. Let's go to Isaiah, the book of Isaiah, chapter 14, and we're gonna get to the point in verse 3. You know, this is going into the kingdom when we go back into the land, we get taken back into the land by our big brother Yahushua when he returns. Lord willing, I can be a part of that. Isaiah 14 and verse 3, it says, and it shall come to pass, because these are the things that's coming. That rest is coming, man. Isaiah 14 and 3, and it shall come to pass, meaning it's going to happen, in the day that the Lord shall give thee rest. There it is, that rest again. You know, that ease, that comfort, you know, being exalted, lifted up, you know, put in a specified position, you know, placed in a specified position. Rulership, man. You know, these things are coming to the Israelites, man. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow and from thy fear and from the hard bondage wherein thou wast made to serve. And that's all the things, the reason we haven't had any ease, man, you know, which goes back to the curse that we read, Deuteronomy 28 and 65, man. You know, so, you know, hey, those things are coming to naught, man. That rest is coming, you know. As a matter of fact, the previous verse says, verse 2, Isaiah 14:2, and the people shall take them. As a matter of fact, it start at the top, verse 1. Isaiah 14:1, for the Lord will have mercy on Jacob. Jacob represents the Israelites, Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians of Negro descent, and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land. So the Lord is going to set them in their land. You know, when he returns, it says in Matthew 24 and 31, he's going to gather his elect from the four corners, you know, from one end of heaven to the other. You know, ain't going to be by way of no Balfour Declaration, man. You know, come on, bro. They're not the people. So it says, we yet choose Israel and set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined with them, going into the Israelite foreigners, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord, Yahweh Shai, for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. A changing of the guards, man, trading places, everything that paradigm shift, reminds me of Sirach 10 and 8, because of unrighteous dealings, something riches got by deceit. The kingdom is translated from one person to another, man. That's what we're in, roughly paraphrasing. Though these are the times that we're in, and this is what these things are going into. That's that rest coming to the nation of Israel, man. So those servants and handmaids, that's another thing that proves those people in the land aren't the people, man. They don't have no servants and handmaids, man. They don't line up with none of these prophecies that are written, man. You know what I'm saying? So, and then it goes, of course, into, and then they were whose captives they were, and they're gonna rule over their oppressors, man. There it is, man. So that rulership tells you right there. That proves it's talking about rulership. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, that rest is coming, man. That rulership, represents the kingdom of heaven, man, which is prophesied also in the book of Micah, man, which goes into that rest. So we'll go in the book of Micah real quick, and then we'll bring this lesson to a close. This is Micah chapter 4, and we'll start at the top at verse 1. And you can see it in the top, in the heading, it says peaceful latter days, because that's when peace is going to happen, man. Ecclesiastes, the 3rd chapter, there's a man, time and place for everything under the sun. I don't want to mess it up. This is Ecclesiastes 3 and 1. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. And that's exactly what it is, man. We're coming into the time of the nation of Israel. So those peaceful latter days, that's when peace, because when you read down in that chapter, Ecclesiastes, the 3rd chapter, and you get to verse 8, it speaks of a time of war, a time of peace, a time of hate, a time of love. And right now we're in a time of hate and war, and in the kingdom, these peaceful last days right here is going to be that love and peace, man. You know what I'm saying? So Micah 4 and 1, peaceful latter days. But in the last days, it shall come to pass that the mountain of the Lord of Salakia, the mountain of the house of the Lord, Yahweh Shai, shall be established in the top of the mountains, and that's going into the government of the nation of Israel. Daniel 7, I went into it. I beheld I beheld to the thrones were cast down. Revelation, the 19th chapter, goes into how he's going to have many crowns upon his head, and then there's another one in Revelation, the 11th chapter, that goes into it as well, how he's going to consume these kingdoms, when he returns, man. So that's the mountain being established in the top of all the mountains, man, because the only mountain or government that's going to matter is the government of Israel, man. So it says, and it shall be exalted. Exalted is that high, being put in a exalted state, high above everything else. The kingdom of heaven. It said, and shall be exalted above the hills, and the people shall flow into it, and many nations shall come and say, come and let us go up to the mountain of Yahweh Shai, and to the house of the power of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways. And of course those ways are gonna have to be forced, by way of the rod. That's just what the scriptures speak of. We're gonna break them into pieces like a potter's vessel, that rod of iron, man. You know what I'm saying? So it says, and we will walk in his paths, for the law shall go forth of Zion. That's another thing that disproves these people in the land today. Ain't no laws going forth out from over there, man. They breaking laws, man. They doing all kind of wicked crap over there, man. So all these things disprove those people, man, in the land, man. So it says the laws are going to go forth out of Zion, and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. And he shall judge among many people and rebuke strong nations afar off, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks, which is agriculture and farming equipment. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be no more war. All of the war instruments and things are gonna be destroyed, man. You know what I'm saying? And they're gonna go back to farming and agriculture, man. You know, so and that's the peace in the earth. No more war, man. You know, that's when we're gonna have actual peace. And it says, nation shall not lift up a sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. There it is. That's the kingdom of heaven. Another thing that disproves those people in the land, because war has been going on since they got there. The day that they got there, they got missiles shot on them, man. You know what I'm saying? And war has been happening ever since then, you know. And you got the most major war, the biggest war, period, on the planet Earth about to happen. We're in the midst of it as we speak, which disproves them. So, but here's the point, verse 4, but they shall sit every man under his vine and under his fig tree, and in none shall make them afraid. That peace, that ease, that comfort, you know. For the mouth of the Lord, Yahweh Shemel of hosts or armies, hath spoken it. And that every man of it under his vine and fig tree represents ease, peace, the kingdom of heaven, comfort, shade. You know what I'm saying? I always make this point. It makes me think of the Hispanic man that with the big sombrero on, laying up under a big shade tree and getting that siesta, man, that sleep, rest. He's comfortable, you know. He's under a cool. It's probably a cool breeze. He's is shade, you know, very comfortable. You know what I'm saying? And he's chilling, man, at ease, at rest, at peace, in comfort. And these are the things that's coming to the nation of Israel. That rest is coming. The Most High will give us rest soon, Israel, man. So, hey, man, hopefully this was uplifting. Hopefully it edifies. And you know, just keep fighting, man. Keep pushing. You know, so with that, giving all praise, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Warakakadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect, the house of David, the Bayath, Shah, double dot, Shalom.